And that was Qlty.
Is the last to go forward. 18 running in the Lord Mayor's Cup. And the barriers are at capacity. Starter says go now on the feature. And off the inside, Sayadati jumped well with Lord Penman. Black run there, and Zambardo up running fourth in the early part. Followed wider out by Nelly Lalex. Glorious Days pretty deep and committed to going forward. The Budgie Smugglers out wide. Imperialist is diagonally going across the field, looking for a spot not too far from the lead. Now, Touristics about midfield on the fence from Yu Wang as they go into the first turn. They're followed further back then by Navajo Peak on the inside of Osipenko. Well back in the field is last year's Queensland Derby winner Mason Louis, and Kibosh sees them all as they head down the back of the course now. And the Budgie Smuggler moves up on the outside. A black run there at the 1200. Glory Days goes to third. Sayadati in fourth. A length further back then to up running about just behind the leading division was Nelly Lalax there in the red coloured cap. Further back behind is Zambardo. So Zambardo's about 6 lengths off the lead, followed by Lord Penman. Then came Touristic from Imperialist. Length and a half to Yu Wang. Portland down on the rails. They're followed further back then by Dr. Raskar as they start the run down the side. Well back then is Belvedere Boys from Osipenko. Mason Louis. Well back then is Navajo Peak, and Kibosh sees them all. So the big field thunder to the turn. Black run and narrow leader from the Budgie Smuggler. Glorious Days has come off the bridle. Sayadati rails to third. They're followed then by Nelly Lalax. Now Zambardo with a white face is starting to slice through the field, and the favourites on the scene now at the 300 metres. They're across the track, and the front runner Black run on the inside. Kibosh is storming along the rails. Further back to Zambardo, starting to let down with the Budgie Smuggler, and Zafod's coming right down the outside. Kibosh the fence, wide out is Zafod, Zambardo and Portland through the middle. Anybody's go. Portland from Zambardo. Portland beats Zambardo. Zafod third, followed close up by Belvedere Boys, and Kibosh was the only one to go right up the inside. Further back to the Budgie Smuggler from Touristic. They were followed in by Sayadati from Black Run. Further back then to Yu Wang from Nelly Lalax, Dr. Raskar. Further back then to Mason Louis, Yu Wang, Glorious Days, and Imperialist has pulled up pretty short.